All right. Come here. You want to come here? You want to come here? Here. Yeah. Meow. Meow. There you go. See if maybe she'll settle in for a minute. Hello there. Good to see you, Rogar. So, I decided that today I'm going to work on the LZ Answerer. It's from Resident Evil 8 and is basically a lightsaber. Looked up some reference images and it looks pretty cool. So just update that. There we go. Ah, man. Today was quite the adventure, I guess. Hang on. There we go. Hey, you should come over here. You should come over here. Yeah. I've got this comfy pet bed for you. You should go lay in it. She's really not sure about this. She's like, this seems like a trap. I'm not sure. It's really comfy. Do you want to lay in the bed? I bet everybody wants to see you. And not me. I'll help you out. See, look how comfy that is. Oh, grumpy. So grumpy. No word from Broken Token yet. I'm on Friday at like midnight. So this would have been like Thursday night, but midnight is technically Friday. So on Thursday night midnight, technically Friday, I got a message from Broken Token that asked for a portfolio link. So I spent time hunting down all the render images that we've done, but they specifically asked for models that have been printed. So then I had to hunt down pictures from all the models that I have printed, because I don't have pictures of people that have printed my stuff that my models that I sell. Nobody's submitted stuff like that yet, so I don't know what those look like. But I put together pictures of that too, and put it in a link, and made a cover letter, and made that into a PDF, and then also wrote a small personal message with the link attached to it, and for convenience. And I hit send, thinking that this guy is responding on the Facebook page right now at midnight, so I guess I'll go ahead and send it. And then honestly, I should have waited, because the Facebook page gave an auto reply of, hey, we're not here right now, but we'll get back to you soon. And then of course I didn't hear anything. And it shows that the second to last message was read, but not my PDF file. So I thought about sending another message today, but figured, that was right before the weekend, so maybe they're not looking at stuff right now. So tomorrow, during business hours, so that I don't get an auto reply, I've got a draft of a message all written out with hey, I got auto replied. Just want to make sure that somebody looked at it. And, basically I'm just asking if anybody can talk to me about details about the projects, or what they're looking for, so that I can, try to sell myself as a good fit, I guess. I started to get a little doubtful of myself because I thought, oh man, I could have done more. I could have done more to put together a portfolio. I could have, I could have like made it look nicer, like did I could have did like a PowerPoint or something with like, here's the model and here's the printout and here's what it looks like finished, and you like with details and all this stuff, and like, I could have written a book for a portfolio, and I didn't. I was kind of kicking myself about that. But today in therapy, I had to step back and reflect and go, no, you know what? I have zero control on how they're looking for candidates. It wouldn't matter how it's put together. If they look at stuff I've modeled and it's just not the style they're looking for, then they're probably not going to contact me. Which, just in my own personal opinion, I think that's a really horrible way to find a 3D modeler because I feel like I'm pretty versatile in the different kinds of things I can do, but I don't have a lot of the library to support that because we've done so many lightsabers. I've kind of pigeonholed myself. I haven't expanded on my repertoire of 3D modeling variants. And so, like 90% of what they're going to see is lightsabers, and then some trophies and awards that I've done for commissions, and then my cosplay stuff, and it's all like large props. So it is what it is. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna send them a message tomorrow and see if they reply or what the deal is. So we can still keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully it'll be a good opportunity for me to get some 3D modeling contract work. But until then, I'm gonna try and not worry about it. I'm gonna try and just live in the present moment and let go of the things that I can't control and put my focus and energy into the things I can. And I can't control whether they pick me or not. So you did amazing. You did exactly what you should do. A couple of the friends jumped on the thread and were, singing my praises on the Facebook post. We don't know if that really matters to them, because what it boils down to is how they look for their candidate is how they look for their candidate. This might not be a, who knows who. It might be it might be more like, oh, well, do you match the style that we're going for? Do you already make the things that we want made? As opposed to just looking at the technical quality of the work and going, oh, I think they could handle something like this. And I think the lightsabers are a really good representation of lots of different technical skills, with all the modeled textures and stuff. But I have no control beyond that. So I just have to let go and just let it, either it happens or it doesn't happen. And I gotta just let that let that be what it be. You know what I mean? So, oh, I was trying to open Facebook to make sure I was streaming there, and and it started playing my audio. Yeah, it's about maybe only like 8 or 9 seconds behind. That's not bad. Not for doing a multi-stream and going through restream.io. So that's pretty good. Okay. So, to the task at hand. There wasn't a lot of reference material for this particular item. One, because it's first person view in the game, and everything in the game is not going to have as as good of a texture there. And I don't really get a good sense of like what the other side looks like. I've only found one view that just shows kind of the one side, and so this will be interesting. There are some areas here, some knurled textures, which I know we've made in the past, so that'll be interesting to model that out. And then we have like a ribbed texture here. That's where the blade comes out. And then I guess a blade comes out the other side. This looks like one of those metal stamped labels. And I wish I had like a high res version of this, because I'd love to know what it says. We might have to just like make some stuff up. This one's terrible. You can't even see the label. That one's really small. Is this one bigger? That one's not even bigger. But you can see like it says something on there, and I think it'd be really cool to actually model that out and use the emboss tool to make a little metal plate that is stamped with the text. It's probably screen printed, like, you know, like more like a sticker or something. So we could just extrude the plate and then make a graphic for like a sticker instead of like making it stamped. That'd probably make more sense. But this is the best image that I have of it. This is definitely the highest resolution that I have of it. I don't have, like, even if I downloaded the game, I don't have a 4K monitor, so I wouldn't be able to get much better than this, I don't think. Because this image, this image is regular HD 1080, so it wouldn't get any bigger than this. We get a little bit more detail right down in here. Like, it's a little bit closer right there. Man, it is so hard to tell. Like, I can see how many lines of text are there, and I can see it's pretty beat up. But like, I can't. Maybe we can pull some, in case of emergency, bling it and swing it. That's pretty good. I guess we could read the details of this item, and then maybe, like, you know, make a label that kind of fits that. So it's pretty cool. I like the look of it. I think it's pretty cool. I think we have some interesting shapes going on here that, like, especially this larger piece with these cutouts. The cutout is, like, the fact that it's all filleted and stuff. That's going to be really interesting. So let's go ahead, and I want to bring in the high resolution one. If I can find it. There it is. Let's see if we can get this to be almost straight. Hey, that's pretty close, actually. Almost there. It needs to come back this way just a little bit, but not that much. Let's see what Wondery looks like. Wow, that's pretty close. It's maybe a little bit too much there. So let's go. So you need to go this way. Maybe like half a degree. Let's split the difference. There we go. Yep. Cricket has joined us finally. Let's see if I can get this a little bit closer. There we go. Yeah, they're talking about you. Are you gonna hang out? Are you gonna lay down and hang out? Can I pet you? Yeah. That would be a good warning label. When igniting, don't look at it. The interesting thing about this that I only found out yesterday was that it is technically double-ended. I didn't expect that. That was I was like, oh, okay, like a lightsaber type thing, but apparently you can turn it into like dual mode and have it double-ended. So we're gonna have an emitter coming out the pommel end. So that's interesting. All right, let's figure out the length of this thing. So we're gonna use this as a reference, right? So let's get Photoshop open. I want to see what the closest estimation is for the size of it, and then we might have to play with it a little bit to get it right. But okay. Oh, by the way, so I have a story from today that just really solidifies for me why fast food workers need a living wage. Whether you're for or against it, I'm definitely for it, and today was no exception. They definitely need to get paid more. So we went to Burger King. Wanted to try the Chiking sandwich because, like, if you buy one, they donate to an organization, and we wanted to help support and stuff. But there was a deal that if you ordered one of those, you get a free Whopper. If you order online. So we're like, oh, cool, we'll order online. So we order online, put everything together, go get it. On the online order, it said go into the lobby to pick up your order. No problem. We get there and the lobby is closed. So immediately I'm like, oh man, what's going on? The drive-thru was open, so I called them on the phone and been like, it was like, okay, how late are you open? 10. Okay. And if I order online, do I go inside or do I go to drive-thru? And they're like, go to the drive-thru. Okay, reasonable. Get up to the drive-thru window after about 10-15 minutes of somebody having a problem ahead of us, and like, oh, mobile order, Ben Watkins. Yep, okay, cool. And they don't say anything to us. Just, okay, yeah, come get it. Get up to the window, hand us a bag of food and a cup of water, and we were missing a frozen Coke. Hey, we were missing a frozen Coke. Oh, no problem. So they go and they get a frozen Coke, hand that out to us. Start looking in the bag, and the sandwiches on top weren't round. They were long, like the classic chicken. And I'm like, this isn't right. So we sit there, kind of wave at them, and she comes to the window. I'm like, hey, so we ordered Chikings, but these are classic chickens. Oh, well, we're out of the other ones. And I was like, and she goes, did nobody tell you? And I'm like, no, nobody told us that. And to her credit, she tried everything she could to try to rectify the situation. She said, if you go online and like get support, you can get a refund for them and you can just have those. And we're like, we don't really like these sandwiches. We wanted to try the new one. And she's like, I'm really sorry. And she was trying her best, but really couldn't. There was no fixing it because they were out of the sandwich. And so we pull away. We get down to the bottom of the bag where I thought the fries were, and there were fries sticking out of a thing. But when we picked it up, like 3 fries fell out of it, and then there was like 3 or 4 onion rings in it, which we ordered a small onion ring and a large fry separately, and they just like tossed a handful of things in one little box and then sent us on our way. And I was darn well distraught by that. I was beside myself. I didn't know what to do. I was like, you know what? I want my fries. I want my fries. So I call them again, the manager lady, and I'm like, hey, so we got down to we were just there. We had some issues, but we are getting it worked out, and we got down to the bottom of the bag, and you guys didn't really even give us fries. You like gave us like a couple fries and a couple onion rings, but we ordered like a thing of onion rings and a thing of fries. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, if you go on there, you can just like get a refund. I'm like, no, can I just come back and get the fries? And she's like, well, you'd have to come here in like 10 minutes because we're closing early. And I'm like, that's no problem. I can be there in like 1 minute. Because we had just barely left the parking lot. And we get back in line, and they are shutting down. And this manager lady is like running around. She's like, there's this person waiting in the parking lot looking very unhappy. Manager lady comes running out with like 2 bags of food and a drink, and like handing it to her, and the other lady's like wagging her finger and like just being rude from what it looked like. And she was just trying to be apologetic and trying to make things work. And the car ahead of us was like reaching out of their car, banging on the window, honking their horn, and just and again just being freaking crazy and rude to these people. And she saw us and like waved us to come around the car ahead of us so that she could hand us our fries, and was, she tried. There was nothing she could do, but she tried. She wanted to make it right. And I felt so bad because, on our way away, 2 things came to mind. First, that lady's not getting paid enough to deal with these people, and I don't blame her for closing early. If they're out of a particular food and people are giving her shit, and it's just like, I don't blame you. Don't deal with it. That's not getting paid enough for that. But then the workers that just royally screwed up our order, like didn't give us one of the drinks, didn't do the fries right, didn't tell us about the wrong sandwiches. Like if they would have told us at the drive-thru, hey, so we didn't have this anymore, but we want to try and like make a substitute, what can we do? We could have made that decision. But they didn't even tell us that. They were just like, yeah, come around. And it's like, if that guy was getting paid more, if he had better working conditions, maybe he would have given a shit. Instead of just not caring and leaving everything to this manager who obviously gave a shit, but is still not getting paid enough. So honestly, fast food workers should earn a living wage. They shouldn't be on a starvation wage and put up with super rude people. And they also shouldn't, they should care. They should care about what they're doing. And I think better work conditions and better pay is the best way to resolve that. If I worked somewhere and didn't like the work, but I got paid really well, I'd probably stick around. I kind of have that job now. I don't really like it all that much, but I stick around because the pay is good, and I still do the job to 100% of my ability because the working conditions are decent and the pay is decent. It's not starvation. I'm not living on starvation wages. I mean, I wish I could have been full-time and not have gotten cut down to part-time and stuff, but I mean, I make it work. I shouldn't have to have a second job or a third job or a side hustle, and the university should be paying me enough to live on that one wage. If I was full-time, but I'm definitely making more than a fast food worker. And you know what? If somebody that worked at Burger King made the same amount per hour that I do at the university, I would be happy for them. I wouldn't be jealous. I wouldn't say that they don't deserve it. I would say good for them, and I'm glad that they get the same level of comfort that I do at a part-time job, where they don't have to feel like they're scraping and scrounging and just burning out. Yes, employers should definitely invest in their employees and their business. No, they really did neither. And it's funny because I mean, I don't know how it is in other places, but here in Colombia, along this particular strip of fast food chains like Taco Bell, right across the street from Burger King, they close at 9 o'clock every night. They're not even open late anymore. They just shut down. And there's a couple other places that do that too, where they're supposed to be open till 10 to midnight, somewhere in there, and they all shut down around 8 or 9 o'clock, and they're just done. And honestly, I don't blame them. I don't blame them, because people can be horrible, especially to service workers, and it's awful. They need better conditions and better pay, hands down. Your fast food places are odd hours and poor service. I mean, it's not surprising. If they have bad conditions and bad pay, there's no incentive to do good work. Everybody wants to work, but nobody wants to work for starvation wages. Nobody wants to be that desperate. If fast food started paying more than I'm making at the university, I would go and I would work there, and I would be fine with it. The reason I don't work there is because they treat their employees like crap and don't pay them well enough. Right, exactly. Yes, and messing up food intentionally, when they get frustrated or angry, they're going to take it out on every single customer that comes through. And that's not fair to those customers. They should be if they were paid better, then maybe they wouldn't do that kind of stuff, you know. So, long story short, I advocate for better conditions for fast food workers. Good on Domino's, because they start their pay at $15 an hour. They never mess anything up. They're always very speedy. Like, we don't get delivery, we always go pick it up, but they're always friendly. They never mess it up. And I think the one time that we got a messed up pizza was like years ago, and immediately they were just like, let's make you another pizza, no problem, because they missed one topping. So like, they have the ability to pay their workers better, you know. Like the news that broke about Chipotle rising their prices by 4%, and then somebody did the math, and it was like 30 cents or something more for a burrito. And it's like, if you're not okay with paying 30 cents more for a burrito so that the people that work there can have a living wage, then you're just a terrible person. I would happily pay $1 more for a burrito if I knew that place was taking care of their people. I will go to a more expensive place if I know they're taking care of their people. Oh my gosh, that's ugh. That's pretty bad. Speaking of math, I'm going to do a little bit of math here. The length of the item in this is 235 pixels. The width of the hand in the shot is 88. I think so too. I think that that they pay a much bigger price in bad PR than they do. Like, when I put in the support thing through Burger King, it said it could take up to 48 hours for them to reply. Within 2 hours, they were like, "Oh, so sorry, we refunded you for the 2 chicken sandwiches," and that was it. Like, they are really quick to fix it. But I mean, on the other hand, it's like Burger King knew what they were doing with the chicken sandwich. They knew how they were marketing it, and they put those tweets out that went viral about, you know, how they're going to donate and quote, even on Sundays, which was a total stab at Chick-fil-A. And it's like, they should have known. They should have had been ready for that much sales, you know. Exactly, Mitty. Exactly. I try so hard not to give them any crap. If it's messed up, all I do is be like, "Hey, man, this is messed up. Can I get this?" When I called her back and asked for the fries, I said, "Can I just get the fries?" And she was like, I will make you fresh fries and you can come get them." And when we pulled up, she had 2 large fries, and they were hot, and they were some of the best fries I've ever tasted. They were awesome. The class I don't like the classic chicken sandwich. I made a little bit better with some zesty sauce, because the mayonnaise is just bland. But you know, it was okay. But I really just wanted to try the chicken sandwich. But there's nothing I can do beyond that, and there's no reason for me to get mad at this lady that's trying really hard. She's like, "What can I do? How do we rectify this? What can I get you? What can I replace it with?" Like, she was awesome. Okay, this is a coincidence. So my palm is slightly less than 88 millimeters wide, and on the Photoshop image here, it's 88 pixels. So we can just do a straight up conversion to millimeters on this. So that means that's about 235 millimeters long. That's pretty easy. Our Taco Bell's went through a ton of employees lately. It's been bad. Turnover. I mean, turnover just tells you how bad a place is to work. That either means that the management is crap, or the pay is crap, or the conditions are crap. Like, that doesn't say much about the workers that are already there as much as it does the company and how they're not taking care of their people. Went to Dairy Queen, and one person was working the entire store. Oh my gosh. That's awful. That shouldn't be a thing. I'm going to try and get this thing centered. I think I'm close. Nope, don't do that. There we go. There we go. So, yeah. I hope something changes soon, cuz this is not the way it should be. Not at all. All right. I think Man, that's really short. So that would make the handle only 24 inches, 24 millimeters diameter. That's not even quite an inch. We need to go bigger. Yeah, we need to go a little bit bigger on this. Let's go 250. That'll be 10 inches. It's all good, Ben. I appreciate you dropping in. Yeah, it has to be large enough for the blade to come out the pommel end. $26. Oh man, that's just barely large enough for a blade to come out the other end. Let's bump that up to like 28. So that way we have like at least a 1 millimeter shell around it, because it's 25.65 opening for 25.65 millimeters opening for a 1-inch blade. Unless I made this for a 7/8 blade instead of a 1-inch blade, but I guess a 1-inch blade is better. And besides, we can go a little bit longer. I don't think people will notice. Yeah, let's go with this. I'm not sure if she's on stream, Ben. Here we go. All right. Now I want to make... I don't want circular pattern. I want rectangular pattern. There we go. Not faces, bodies. This body in this direction? Yes. Sweet. And we need 4 of them. Huzzah. You don't know that for certain. There we go. Well, that was easy. Okay, so then I need parts that go between this, and then we're going to make them have a knurled texture. So I'm going to, since they're all the same, I'm just going to grab this. Oh, actually, you know what? I should probably go between 2 of them so I can see what the space is. So we'll extrude this to this, but make it a new body. That way I don't even have to measure. Okay, and then this face needs to be knurled. I know we've made that texture in the past, but I'm wondering if maybe there's a new way to do it on Fusion that might be easier. Aw, that's so nice of you, Ben. Okay. There's a 2-minute tutorial on, well, that's from 2018. Knurling from 28. That's a 30-minute one. Jeez. So do I go for the 2-minute one or the 5-minute one? The 5-minute one is more recent. Oh, it looks like this is gonna maybe use components. Well, let's find out. I'm trying. I'm trying to show you what I got. This is my attempt at showing you what I got. All right. That's a pretty good knurled texture. Is that kind of what we're looking for though? Or is it just like, because I don't know if it's that pyramidal shape or if it's just lines. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm tempted to look at one of the other ones too. Let's see. This one is only 2 minutes. I kind of want to see. I want to see what this is. The good choice of music for that. Well, you could have just created a cylinder instead of doing that, but okay. Create coil. Okay. We're going from there. Interesting. Okay. Oh. How interesting. Using the coil. Then they mirrored. Then they made a circular pattern of the feature. And then made a whole bunch of them. Interesting. It gave them a warning because of like the faces on it. Okay. That's a pretty good method. Let's see what this guy does. Okay, so he put a hole in it. We don't really need one of those yet. Okay, and then he's threading the inside. We don't need that. Okay, so he's sketching like a diamond shape. Oh, I think he's doing it the way that we did. Maybe. Okay, so he is making a coil. So he is doing it the same way. Okay, so he's using the same method too. So I guess that's just the common method to use then. All right, we'll try it. All right, so let's go. I'm gonna remove the stuff we don't need. Create coil from this way. All right, and then it was section size is 1. Triangular internal. Revolutions was like 5. And height was this way. Or no, it was like, no, he changed it. It's like 0.2. Yeah, there we go. Height, angle, section size, on center, inside. Oh, I see. That's just like how far it cuts in. I'm gonna go back and peek at his settings again. Okay. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of concerned that it's not cutting all the way through the bottom here. I might have to like make it longer, and then so that way I can like cut it off where it needs to be, because that's going to be kind of weird at the bottom, isn't it? Because if I go to create mirror from features and select this, oh, I've got to create it on the origin. That's another problem. Okay, so we can't do that yet. All right, there we go. Here's what we need to do. We're going to measure between these two so we can get a height on a cylinder, and then make something that's just a little bit taller, and then we're going to make it fit in there. So I'm just going to 14.282. So if we make something that's 15, then we'll be good. All right, so we need to, let's just make a cylinder, and we'll make it this way so it's oriented the same. And then it was 28, 15. There we go. Create coil. Okay. All right. So if we go to the exact height, it cuts all the way through there. Okay. So cut that. And then mirror feature coil, mirror plane that way. Cool. And then circular pattern, features. This one and this one along this axis. There we go. All right, cool. Oop, I think 100's too many. Let's go 50. Optimized. That looks pretty good. Let's see what that looks like when it computes. I might have to design this component in a different document and then like import it. Okay, so that didn't end up looking as weird as I thought it was going to. I'm not 100% sure that that is... Let's see. I want to see something. I want to see... What's our depth here? 0.5 millimeter? Okay, so that's about right as far as like the depth, but... Do those look about the same size? That's pretty close. Yeah, it's probably okay. All right. So 0.718. We need to cut this down by. Oh no. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Right, I've got to do this. Or no, not that. I know what I'm doing sometimes. Just need to make a circle that's bigger. There we go. Okay, now the big question is, can I chamfer the face? Oop, it might let me. We're gonna find out. Nope. Okay. So that means I need, let's look at this again. Because this is the exact width, and then that groove that plays there, I guess it can just be like a gap. Yeah, we'll just play it like a gap or something. All right, I'm gonna try and move this one into position. Well, that didn't work. Point to point. I need that center point right there. There we go. Okay, so what I'm wondering is, that sounds like a good time, Rogar. All right, so I want to pull this back, right? Or maybe I want to do two distances, like go back 1 millimeter that way. See what I mean though? Like that's weird, right? Like it needs another transition like up to that. Maybe I need to cut another like 0.5 millimeter out of each side so it can chamfer down. Yeah, okay, hang on. Get that back out of there. Because what I want to do I need to cut this down by another 1 so that I can go like this, go like that. So then that way it's joined like that. And then I can chamfer this. Like that. Yeah. There we go. Now our piece is like that. Let's see how that looks against one of the other ones. Now it should be a lot easier to move too. Because now I should be able to see move object, grab this is the origin point and this is the destination. Let me just chamfer this guy. And that'll be what our seam looks like between them. Like that seems like it would be just enough of a seam, I think. I could go deeper and keep the same width. Or let's see. If we went 1 millimeter on each side, then it would be a lot wider, and I don't think that's what we want. But we could edit feature, go 2 distances, and grab this one to go in 1 that way. Yeah, this might be more what we're looking for. There we go. Deeper groove, but still only as wide. that would be nice, man. I don't blame you. All right, now that I've got one worked out, I should be able to create a rectangular pattern out of this guy. And direction this way. And I just need to make sure it goes all the way to the end. Man, these knurled textures really do a number, don't they? If this like crashes my system, we might have to make the knurled piece in a different document. I don't remember how many millimeters we went on that first one. I could have just typed it in if I could have remembered. Oh, that's still got a ways to go yet. Too far. Okay, hang on. Oh, it's going to be different, isn't it? Darn it. Or if I joined these two and then copied that 1, 2, 3 times, then that would basically be the same thing. Maybe if I just do one copy at a time. I guess we need to go point to point on this. Origin point, target point. Yeah, maybe one copy at a time is going to be easier on the system. Now, how come it didn't fit on this? Oh, I did. Okay. Just something weird's going on right there. I don't know what that is. Oh, did I accidentally make 2 copies? What did I do? All right, what's going on here? Let's try that again. I want you to move this, make a copy, and move it from here to here. There we go. Go ahead and chamfer these out. Go in half and down 1. What the heck? It like changed directions on me. Oh, yes, save. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? All right, so I got to pick just those sides. Okay, that looks right. Then we go on this side. There we go. Oh, I picked the wrong one. It's got to be that side. There we go. Yeah. There's the handle. Now I just need to combine all these dudes together. and then we'll save. We're going to get it all together, and then we're going to save. Join. All right. Save. Don't you put that on me, Rogard. Don't you be in here, you know, cursing my stream like that. Something went wrong with it anyway, because a couple of the bodies didn't join, which might mean that there's gaps somewhere. The easiest fix is to grab this, push it out a little ways. And then we're going to move it back from this to this. No, not move. Combine. There we go. And then 13 is those two pieces. And 14 is those three pieces. So now we got to take this, move it out a little bit. Then go point to point. Yeah, my measurements must have been just ever so slightly off. That it still had a gap there. All right, we're very close now. There we go. No, not move. Combine. There we go. Now we can save it and be confident that we have a sleeve part. This one we're not going to put together with the regular assembly kit. I don't think. If I do, the connectors are... I think I've got small connectors I can use for it. Right there. Barely under the chamfer on that. Now we get to hollow it out just far enough. Let's go 30 for the blade to sit. Oh, you know, right where this is. Yeah, we can't go back that far because that gets way too thin. So we can only go like most of the way through that. So like half an inch. Yeah. Because any other hole that goes through this has got to be smaller for that chamfer. if I had done the 0.5 millimeter chamfer, it probably would have been okay. But we did the 1 millimeter deep one to have those deeper grooves there. So, all right, so that works. Like the, like a 7/8 blade or something. Well, out of curiosity, let's see. That's showing 20 millimeters in the proportions that we were before. But since we increased the proportion, then this would be really close to a 1-inch blade. Maybe 7/8, but like, you know, just looking at the image here, it's the same on both sides. In fact, this one actually looks wider than that one. Kind of crazy on that. So yeah, I think we got to stick to the 1-inch blade on this guy. This is our switch section, and then that's going to be our emitter section. I'm going to skip ahead to the emitter section because the switch section I think is going to be involved. So I want to start with this. Okay. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty close in perspective. Close enough anyway. This almost looks like something out of Ghostbusters, doesn't it? Like a little bit of neutrino wand handle kind of thing. It's very industrial, and it's got the label and big screws on it and stuff. It's interesting. Oh man, I should have saved one of these components for moving over here because I'm betting that's about the same size. Actually, a little bigger. Okay. No worries. Okay, so for this rib texture thing, I guess I can... we'll go this way. And we're going to make... a center rectangle. Like that. And then circular pattern it. And we need, or we could extrude one and then make a circular pattern of all the bodies and use the combine tool. Or we can make one drawing and try to extrude it all at once. Well, let's see what happens. That looks like decent spacing. Okay, what I want is just that part. So I guess I need to select all of it. If it'll let me. And then deselect the center part. Not this part. Why won't it deselect that part? It's like it's still cutting it out anyway. That's weird. All right, hang on a minute. We're gonna do it the other way. It's being weird. All right, let's go back. There we go. So we're just gonna grab one of them. Make a cut. And now that we learned a new skill of being able to make patterns out of features, we can make a feature out of this extrusion and pick this axis, make 100 of them. Which is way cool, being able to just repeat the feature. There we go, that looks pretty good, right? Oh, it gets smooth right there at the top, doesn't it? Ah, crap. Okay. No worries. All I have to do is edit this feature. We're going to go start from an offset of 1, -1, and hit OK. Then it should recalculate all that stuff again. There we go. And then I can fill it this. There we go. There we go, that looks right on. Cool. All right, let's make a hole for the blade. Again, it almost butts up right to our fillet. But it gets bigger on its way back, so this one is much easier to deal with for sure. We can go the full 30 millimeters back on this one easily. That means that emitter part is thin, but it should still be workable, because from there to there is just a little over 1 millimeter. So, and it's only just that little bit right there. So it should still be like okay. All right, so now for this section, which honestly is a little scary, because I'm not exactly sure what's going on right there. This and this is easy. That's easy. That's easy. It looks like we have one size cylinder and then a larger one with a cutout and then just some heavy fillets that kind of round everything and smooth everything out. This looks like a big chamfer. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do first is make the what I consider sort of the inner cylinder, because it's weighted to one side, so we need to go like, I'm going to use the bottom as a reference for this one. Okay. We'll do that one first. Okay, and then I want to offset this face. $12 seems like ½ inch. Yeah, that seems to make sense. Okay. So that's going to be that part. And we need to be able to, this chamfers down, but only part of it. See, that's the confusing part. Like, because this looks like a straight chamfer, right? But then this part right here is a little bit confusing. I can see it cuts maybe through to there. Maybe that's what this is. What is that? I can't quite tell what that is. And in none of the other images can we see under that at all. Like this is a total guess right here. It looks like there's a hole that passes into there. So maybe we can just kind of fake that. And then this looks like some kind of spherical indentation, I guess. And it kind of looks like this larger piece is just from here to here. So it's like 90 degrees of it, but just sort of turned a little bit, like offset. So I could build this where I imagine everything straight on and then just rotate the piece a little bit when I'm done to make it feel offset, or I don't really need to since it's symmetrical all the way around. It kind of feels like maybe that's it, like another bolt would go there or something and it's just missing, but I don't know. That's weird to me. There's really no other, like even this angle, we don't really get a good sense of any, we get a better sense of what's going on like maybe right here, but not what's going on right there. In this one, it looks a little bit more like this is curved and not a straight chamfer. So it looks like this is like a really big fillet down to this size. And then this smaller piece just kind of fillets up into that larger thing there. So what I might need to do I might need this to be a complete cylinder, fill it down to that, and then cut it away as a surface. Or maybe I can still make this happen. Maybe I can... Because I need to go from there to there. And it needs to be kind of a curve, I guess. That needs to be shorter, though. No, I don't want to extend. I want to shorten it. Let's try press pull. Nope, that's not going to work. Because that doesn't grab edges. Okay, new plan. All right, so it was 12 millimeters offset, which means whatever this is plus 24. $44.975. Okay, we need to go back into that sketch and fix that. Because we need some round numbers in this. Let's go 22.5. So now that, yep, so that's 45. So that would make it the next one up 69. Nice. All right, so I want to create another cylinder. Like a bolt broke off inside it? I mean, maybe. All right, so we're gonna make a new body there. And then I want to bring this back a couple millimeters. There we go. Or no, I'm supposed to fillet that. Do I want to fillet it, or do I want to draw a line and rotate it? Because fillet might not work. That's what I was thinking. Okay. Because I need... Hang on. Let's put a plane there and a plane there. I don't know if this is going to work, but I want to see if I can attach my line to the plane. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, okay. All right, so that would be a straight up chamfer, but we don't want that. We want it to be slightly curved, I guess. I know that's not matching well with the... Maybe if I pull it in a little bit. I know that's not matching well with the profile here, but we're also like working at a weird angle. This is also kind of a weird angle, but I think this gives a much... Or is it a different curve? Because this looks like a much tighter curve on this side, but then a longer slope on that side. That's weird. Yeah, she's moved to the floor currently. Apparently she decided that the bed was not comfy anymore. Cricket, come here. Maybe I can convince her to come back to the bed. Come here. Yeah, what are you doing down there? What are you doing down there? You don't want to be down there. No, you don't want to be down there. This is comfy. This is nice. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. You gonna munch on some food? Okay. Okay. So figuring out this slope versus that one is kind of tough. I feel like maybe what I need to do is concentrate just on this larger portion here, and then I'll figure out that later. So that means this needs to go to perspective cam. Maybe that'll give me a better idea. Oh, okay, but that's like up there because it's like that. Like trying to get that curve to match. What are you doing walking over here? No, you can't be on this part of the desk. You can't be on this part of the desk. You're supposed to be over here. Oh, Miss Grumpy. I get you this really nice comfy pet bed. Thank you. We're cool. We're cool now. Okay, so it's like a sharp angle that goes down. Okay, so let's get back to orthographic. All right, well, I guess she doesn't want to be up there right now. That's okay. There we go. Okay, I think that'll work. Now I just need to, let's see. If the center of each of these screws is at like 90 degrees, then we need something like just a little bit more than that. What you got for me? I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking at. Oh, okay. Like this is like a cross section of what that looks like. Yeah, that's possible. It's the underside, like where it goes from here to this, that is kind of boggling my mind there. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of the emitter for now. Okay, because I need to lay out this big honkin' screw, which we had determined to be right about 25. Okay. Actually, no, we don't want to do that. Let's go tangent plane. Okay. That might have been what I already looked at. Your comment just popped up. Cricket, you're no fun. People want to see you. What you got? Yeah. Do you want to come hang out? No? Okay. Alright, well, I gave it a shot. She's just not feeling it. Okay. And then, let's see. Let's get back into this. That's okay, Tim. All right. It looks like maybe about like that. Okay. And then the rectangle passes through like that. So like maybe about there. It's about 13.5. That seems right. Okay, so that gives me a good idea of where that split needs to be. All right. I think surface, get rid of that. And that end too, why not? All right. Split this face by no, not that, just the one line, thanks. There we go. Don't need that part. And then on the top, because that's okay, so that's the origin line. And okay, so if I know how offset it is, okay, yeah. So if I go this way, I have one line like this, and then I just need to offset this way by 6.75 because it's 13.5. Then split this face by that one, and we don't need that. Okay, so that represents the curve of this large part here. And then I'll just need to cut out a majority of that. So, oh, you know what I should have done? Okay. Go to the top, tangent plane on this guy, then sketch on top of that. There we go. It should be that way, and then whatever that was, I don't remember. Because they're on basically the same. Okay, hang on. I've got a vertice there. I have a vertice there. Okay, so let's, no. Okay, maybe I can still make this work if I get 3D sketch going or something. Come on. Okay, plan number 2. Let's go with this, and let's just go straight up like that. Make a reference line out of it. And then I need to rotate it, I think. Okay. There should be, okay, so there's one there. So then I need a central line for an axis. Or no, the axis needs to be there. So I need to offset this. Okay. Let's go rotate on this axis. 90 degrees. And just keep that going. There we go. Maybe it'll work now. Huzzah! Oh, right. I wasn't supposed to attach that to the origin. I was supposed to find... This is... Okay, so this is the center. Oh, okay. It does overhang. Does it? It does. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm not here. I was doing it right and didn't know it. All right, so 25 offset -4. There's that and that. So that gives me the center of that circle, and then I just need to find where this is. So that means I need to go back into this again, do the same friggin' thing. Or at least figure it out. $18.616. Good enough. There we go. Center rectangle on this. There we go. Okay, so that's where those two things exist. I keep forgetting that the difference between this, and that I've been modeling it to here. So that means that this whole thing needs to stop there. Which I can fix after I use thicken on that. Okay, so from this to this, it cuts across there and through that. So I need to, yep, all right. We're gonna break it up into more pieces than we need, but that's okay. Because I'm gonna split it there, and I'm gonna split it there. And we already have that one. Yeah, okay. Let's see how this goes. Then split this face by this. Okay, so that goes bye-bye, that goes bye-bye. There we go. We're getting somewhere. Okay, and then the rest of what's going on there is fine. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's see, I want to stitch this and this back together. All right, I think if I grab thicken, oh, that's still attached. Okay. I still have this profile, so I don't need that necessarily. Oh, what the heck, man. There we go. Okay, so concern number one, it made all these like wedge shapes, which is not the case, because it should be going more straight down and then filleting. So direction, okay, so there's really no options on that, so let's just get rid of that. And what I want to do is I want to extrude edges. Okay, so that's the one that's going to be a little bit weird because it doesn't have a specific direction. Okay, I just need it to go... I need to go the other way. How do I get it to go the other way? Okay, so that's a taper angle. That doesn't make sense. Why want to extrude in the direction that I want it to? Like, why can't I change directions on that? That's so weird. Like, I can only extrude from one plane? That's weird. Let's see. Ruled surface? Maybe that's what I'm looking for. Tangent? No. Direction? See, that basically, that does the same thing as thicken does. And that's not what I'm looking for. Maybe angle will fix it. Oh, that did a little bit. Kind of pushed the ends out though, so I'll have to delete those and fix that. But at least it looks more straight up and down now. I feel like I'm getting close. Let's try... I know this works. Okay, that's close enough anyway. All right, so let's get rid of that. I want to. I don't want to patch it. Maybe I want a loft from here to here and include that bit. Don't include that bit. That might be what I'm looking for. There we go. Okay. Kind of some weirdness going on here. We don't need that stuff. All right, I think maybe I can grab this edge, rotate it around the axis. Okay, that's weird. I want you to revolve this edge around that axis. Why does that look like it's moving the center, like, off? That's weird. That's not what I wanted. That's very strange. You know what, that's okay though, because I can just take this and I can move it. See, that doesn't match up, does it? Okay. Oh man. This shape's a little rough. Let's see what happens when we loft from there to there. This might work. To there? Nope. Do that. All right. I'm just gonna build this out so it's solid. I think I'm gonna try. Let's see if we can. Okay, well that did not make a solid body. What the hell? Oh, okay, there's something inside there. Oh, I see. Something missing. Why won't you do it? Why not okay? All right, let's try this again. What's going on here? Why is that? Oh, okay, that's kind of weird. Let's try patch. There we go. I think that covers all of it now. There we go, and now we got a solid body. Oh, of course, I need to go farther than friggin' 12 millimeters to make all that overlap so that it could join. So that was back at the, all the way back to here. Hey, it didn't break. Okay, we are saved. All right, cool. So now that I have those joined together, I think so. I mean, I'm still building it out, so so we're gonna see. You're not wrong in what you were thinking. It's just like I've got mine rotated a bit. But no, I'm pretty convinced that it doesn't like expand out at an angle and like and taper in towards the middle. I think it is very just straight up and down. Because this looks like a right angle, that looks like a right angle, like, or as close to it as we're gonna get. Oh, I need to fill it that too, so. I need to go here, 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 here. Right? Yeah. Oh, come on. Man, the whole reason of doing this was so that I could fill that out. Okay, hang on. Let's go back. Okay, so it'll do that if we go 6 this way. So maybe I just need to select all that once. So let's go this, 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 and go 6. There we go. That's what I was needing to do. And then this is 6 out that way. That's why it looked weird, because those fillets weren't in there yet. And then this, 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 and that one, and that one. That's all one. See, the order of the fillets also makes a huge difference. Obviously, I need this. Cut back to there. And I need this. Cut back to there. There we go. Now it's getting somewhere. Let's save that. Well, I appreciate it, bud. Like, for real. Oh, from Star Wars Annual. It's from Resident Evil 8. Goofy thing. Yeah. So we've only got, and then this area is going to be tricky, but I think we can do it. So let's get out our 2 sketches. I think we can make one this way and then just, you know, mirror it. So I need one more circle on that, because then I need to take this. You know what? I also need this to be a reference. All right, so I need this, and this. We're going to cut in, let's see, 7, 8, 10. 10 seems right. All right, I need to mirror this feature, but I need it to mirror this way and then that. No, that doesn't make sense. I guess let's go back into this and let's do new body. So that way we can use wrong way. That one, this one, cut. Okay. There we go. All right, so then we need to make another knurled object. And we'll copy that when that one's done. So we just need a measurement. Just extrude it. And then, oh, you know what? Because these buttons, yeah, also need to be like filleted on the end. Then I need to set that back a 0.5 millimeter. Okay, so we're gonna make this switch. All right, so without this being on the origin, I was still able to do it, right? Yeah, we're gonna find out. All right, so we want to coil this from this side. Okay. 0.2, 1 millimeter depth. Go this way. Was it 10? It's technically 9.5. So we cut that, and then we mirror. Oh, because of the mirror. That's what it was. So if I can make a plane to mirror it on, then we're fine. I just need to find, let's see. Through an edge and axis. No, that's not it. Okay. Mid plane, because I can go between these two and it'll put one there, but that's not exactly what I need. But maybe it'll help. Because if I get a mid plane, and then if I can move it. Not sketch objects. It's not a face. Okay, it won't let me move that. Okay, so plane at angle. Nope, it won't let me do that either. So, oh, okay. So instead of that, maybe I need an axis first. Axis perpendicular at point. Is that what I need? Maybe not. An axis through two planes. Input planes do not intersect. Axis through 2 points. Maybe that'll work. Nope. I don't have any points. Because I need a center. And that maybe? That almost is, man, okay. Oh, axis through a cylinder. Maybe that's it. Plane at angle? Or actually, yeah, I can just do that. All right. So now I can create a mirror. with this coil feature across this plane. Optimized. All right, and then I should be able to circular pattern this and this around this axis. There we go. Ta-da! Oh, should I have the other side be like that too? Or should I leave it straight cut like that? I feel like the other side needs to be like that. That's an easy fix though. Because I can just go from this side, cut in 0.5, and then extrude here, from here. Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right, so then we need a screw head that looks like it sits on this one. It looks like it sits in. This one, it looks like it sits out. Like maybe it's like some kind of adjustment screw or something. Let's look at another view of this guy. Okay, definitely sticking out. So we'll make it pop out a little bit. Also gives us a slightly better view on the bottom of this. Looks like it's got a slightly smaller cylinder that comes out the bottom and connects down through. I think we had to go deeper with this. The initial cut. Yeah, it kind of feels like it needs to be like most of the way through that. Like it stops like halfway through that fillet. So maybe 12 is right. Yeah. Yeah, so we were 2 millimeters short on that. So we cut those out, did that. But then I've got to go 2 millimeters this way. All right, let's see if it gets mad at us for repeating all this. Okay, so it moved the coil. Okay, yeah, so that's where it was going to get mad. Okay, so the coil, we need to edit that feature. Profile. This one. Okay. All right, so we got to redo the coil. We go 12, right? Or well, 11.5, because I would have reduced the size of that. Okay. Dark Max, welcome. We are working on the Resident Evil 8 LZ Answerer, which is basically a lightsaber, but we've created quite a few parts so far. Our reference image from the game behind there, and we are working on these buttons and switches and kind of this weird middle part. Low resolution, huh? You mean, oh, you mean the image or my stream? Because I think I'm putting out. Hang on, let's pull up. I guess I need to check on it and see what it's doing or not doing. Let's see. It says, yeah, it says I'm putting out 720 resolution. So that's not, yeah, it's not full HD, but I can't pay for the multi-streaming thing to do full HD. I can do 720p, but that's about it. It might after it's uploaded to YouTube, like after it's done, it might go higher resolution. I'm not sure. I should probably go. Let me see what my YouTube app does, because I'm curious. You'd be the first one that's watched me on YouTube, Dark Max. So I appreciate you jumping on. Let's see. Let's go. Here we go. All right, let's see. Where did it show me? Okay, yeah. So YouTube quality says it's 720p, so it's not losing quality on my end. Oh, it's 1080 on Twitch? Okay. Maybe Twitch is upscaling it or something. Weird. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. So I want to mirror this feature across. Not that plane. Where's that plane I made? Oh, okay. I see. Because, yeah, delete that. And then I had that stuff. Okay. All right. Now we can mirror the coil across this plane. And then we could circular pattern the mirror and the coil across the axis. You use ZBrush and Blender. This is called Fusion 360. So this is a basically a CAD program. So instead of sculpting like you're taking a lump of clay and kind of pushing and pulling on it, Fusion 360 uses profiles and basically machine actions to build surfaces and objects. And you can make pretty complex stuff with it, but you can be very, very precise in the size and proportions of things. So for things that need to fit together or be engineered, I guess, it works really well. I know Blender can do that in some ways as well, but I find Fusion 360's interface to be way, way easier than Blender. And that's just personal preference, really. But Blender's good. Blender is really good for hobbyists and professionals alike. That's for sure. Okay, so we were going to... Right, I need to, let's see. How big is this guy? Right, okay. So I need to take this out 0.5 millimeter that way, and then we need to take it from here and cut in. And then we need to take that again and push that back out. There we go. There we go. That's looking pretty good now. All right, let's save that for a minute. Yeah, Fusion is really great for 3D printing, especially because you can model natively in millimeters exactly how big. Fusion, because it works in this, so I can do all kinds of stuff, and it'll divide it up into faces at a as high of a quality as I want. So I'm not. So it's also really good for like if you have a computer that's a little bit limited in its capability. I still push this to the max, especially with like these textures and stuff, like tons and tons of profiles going on. But you can also circumvent that by turning off the history. This little track down at the bottom is a history track. So I don't have to sit there and hit the undo button. I can go to any specific action that's already happened, and I can change a parameter, and then it'll cascade through the rest of the calculations. I know everybody. Blender is really good. Blender is really good. Sorry, I can't say it's the best. I can't say that it's the best. But it's good. It's really good. It has so many uses. Fusion is just really, really good at this one thing. You can get Fusion on a personal license for free. If you're using it as a hobbyist, you can get a free license for it. You just have to like jump around their website a little bit to get to the free personal use. But Fusion can be free. They also do a free version of Fusion for startup companies to get them going too. I know it's a pretty expensive program, but I'm on the education license because I'm a teacher, so I can so I get to take advantage of it because of that reason. But anybody can get a personal license for Fusion for free, and the only limitation is you can only have 10 documents editable at once, but you can store as many as you want. You can only edit 10 of them at once, and you can like sit there and turn them on and off, which ones you want editable or which ones you want read only. But you can hot switch it, so it's really not that big of a limitation unless you're working on a lot of projects at once. All right, I'm gonna go here. But Blender is good. Blender is good. I have no disillusions that Blender is very good at what it does. All right, I think, let's see. Yeah, I might as well. We'll just make a rectangle that goes through this. Try to get it about the same size. All right, and then we just need to rotate it. All right, I think let's pop this out. One. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go this way as well. Let's just go ahead and cut that out a little bit. I don't blame you. I don't have $1,500 for software either. I'm very fortunate that I can get my hands on the education license, but the personal license isn't bad. I used the personal license on Fusion for free for a while until I got the education license. A Russian virus. Oh man, that sounds awful. That's no good at all. All right, we're gonna go 0.75. There we go. Because I want to fillet this and this. And then I'm going to grab this like just a tiny bit, just to give it that little bit of space. All right. Oh no, it doesn't bother me at all. Last year, let's see. Last year I didn't have as many models on there as I do now. And I think over the course of a year I did like $500. This year it's going better because I'm uploading a lot more of my designs, and you know, making sure that I'm participating in the sales, and I'm doing this to try and, you know, raise awareness and get my stuff out there. And so I think this year it'll probably be a higher revenue, but it's definitely not, it's not the kind of return on investment that I'm putting in for the time, for the amount of time that I'm putting in. It's definitely not like, you wouldn't think it was worth all the time I'm putting in. But what style of modeling do you think makes the most money? That's tough. A lot of what I do is props. With the donuts I know how to make, I don't think I'll get very far. Models that can be 3D printed have a really good market, especially if it's cosplay related. So that's why I kind of focused on props. And I try to pick some of the stuff that there's not a lot out there of. One of my best selling models is a sword from Shadowhunters TV show, which is not that popular a show, but I'm like the only guy that made it, other than like I think one other person. But I have a really good sense of 3D printing and how to put things together and scale things, and so my model's just a little bit cleaner than the other one that's out there, my competition. So as far as like what sells the best, again, that's tough to say, because right now it seems like what's really selling well is if you can 3D print your design. If you can 3D print a kit, even if it's a raw kit, people will buy the end product more than they'll look for the files. But I found in the costuming market that there is a lot of people looking for the files because they have 3D printers and they want to print them themselves. So what kind of modeling makes the most money? Probably one where your job is 3D modeling. And most of that would be engineering or product design kind of stuff. Or if it's sculpting, then it's probably game design. That's art, just for art's sake, like renders. That one's really tough because you have to sell, the images, and that's like its own thing. That's just a medium at that point. That's not really functional 3D modeling, but it's valid. Okay, what was I doing here? I know what I'm doing. All right, cool. Actually, you know what? What I could do, I'll just edit this and I'll just pull this through. And then I should be able to pull this out. Make that a little bit bigger. Okay, so that is running into that. All right, cool. I've actually seen the donut tutorial on online, and a friend of mine that got into Blender, that was one of the first things he did was the donut, and it's such a cool little project. I looked at it and I was like, oh man, I could never make that, because I'm so used to doing numbers and math and 2D sketches being extruded into objects, that something like sculpting feels crazy to me. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I'm wondering if I should fillet these edges and try to round those off a little bit, or if they look okay, just straight cut. Yeah, they don't look rounded off on this stuff, so. You know what I just realized? Son of a gun. Look at this. This is supposed to go right there. Mine's all the way out here. Oh no. Oh, that's awful. I think I can fix it. All right, so how much of this do I need to remove? Because it's this edge basically lines up with that. Okay. Yeah, this is why I saved this part of the build for last, is because this is the most difficult part of the build, and I just realized that I messed that up. So now I got to fix that. So we're going to rewind time all the way back to here. It's got to think about it for a minute. And oh, I need to go a little bit further back. There we go. So if I split this body and then shift everything down. Okay, so how far do I need to go? This and this. 5.6 millimeters apart. So if I move it, yeah, so if I take 5 out, all right, cool. So I just need this set back a little bit. And grab another one. Oh, the cat is scratching at the door. Yeah, you want out? All right. Yeah, here you go. Go on. Go wherever you need to go. There we go. Kitty taken care of. All right. You know what? Let's go 5.5. Let's see how that goes. Split there. I guess I didn't need that. I didn't need 2 planes, did I? Because I can just take this, translate it 5.5, and then recombine that. And then I just need to move this. Also 5.5. So it sits like that. Yep, that looks better. All right, cool. Now we get to see if we can fast forward time and if it's going to be mad at me for anything. Okay, so it almost worked. It's just these parts didn't end up in the right spot. So I just need to undo the combine and then grab both these guys so that we can push them over 5.5. And then I can turn the combination back on. So say you worked 50 Mondays for a year for 4 hours each at 200 hours at a rate of $10 an hour. You need to make $2,000 to hold $10 an hour. Yeah. Yep. So if I'm not making $2,000 a year on 3D modeling, so if we did the math and I only made $500, that means I only made a fourth of that. I'm sure you did the math right. So that means I made about $2.50 an hour last year 3D modeling. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so this end needs to get extended out from what I missed. So we're just going to move this. That way. Try to get it more lined up, I guess. There we go. So 8 off of that end. So we'll just grab this end and we'll go 8 out that way. Yeah, there we go. All right, now our proportions are right. No, I didn't do every Monday last year. When did I start modeling? I mean, the lightsabers and stuff, that was like summer. Turbo Squid. That one sounds familiar. I don't think I have any of my stuff on Turbo Squid. Well, you know, here's the thing. With any medium, if you're doing it and you love it, there's no sense in comparing yourself and trying to figure out whether or not what you're doing is worth some amount of money or value. It's if you make money at it, bonus. If you're hired to do it, even more bonus. But if you're just getting into 3D modeling, if you model a lot, it's all practice. It's all practice, and you get to learn new things all the time, and every time you model something, you completed it. You did it, and it doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. It doesn't matter if there's somebody else out there that's more experienced or has more skills or or whatever. All that matters is whether or not you're having a good time doing it. Yeah, there was a long break, and I didn't work every week last year, so. But that still means that I was only making like $4 or $5 an hour based on how much time I spent, and a majority of the revenue last year was in the swords and stuff that I already had uploaded. The lightsabers I didn't even start uploading until this year, so we don't really have a good metric on that time spent. All right, where am I at? Okay, we need to get a big old screw on this and a little screw in the corner. And then I think that's it for that part. I'm wondering if this was more than 90 degrees. Because if I rotate this until it sort of matches that picture, this screw is going to be way farther down. I just need to prove it to myself so I know that I messed up, because this happens a lot. Alright, so if I go to the front, yeah, so if I rotate 20 degrees down, then the angles here seem about right. But now this one is just a little too close. Oops. Yeah, see, this needs to be set back farther. Oh, man. That means we have to go all the way back to the surface modeling of this piece, because I had them separated at 90 degrees instead of like 110. Oh, man. Well, we are going to fix that next time, because it is 12:30 at night for me, and I got to get some sleep. So that means next time is when we're going to finish the LZ answer from Resident Evil 8. We're gonna have to basically redo a lot of the work that we did tonight, and because of the angle, and it's all because we only have one reference. Not a lot of good references for the item in the game, so I might do some research, see if we can see if somebody's got the model that I can pull, and even if it's super low poly, maybe it'll give us some better indication of like what's going on with some of the shapes. So anyway, thanks for joining. I'm gonna get off of here, and I'm on Mondays starting around 9 p.m. Central Time on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. So I appreciate you guys being on the stream and chatting with me, and asking questions, and just keeping me some company while I work on this kind of stuff. I'm really excited to finish this one and get this one up on the store. So anyway, good night, guys. We'll see you next time.